Do you think Dak should have animosity towards Dallas for not locking him up and playing under the franchise tag?
I believe he should. I know if I were him, I would. Because I watched them take care. I mean, Amari Cooper got a new contract. Jalen Smith got a new contract, along with various others on that squad. I'm the quarterback. I've never missed a start. I've played every game in my career. I've started every game in my career. I made Backpage News just for missing a practice. That's how significant it was, because I don't miss time. I'm reliable. I'm dependable. I produced for you. I've taken you to the playoffs as many years as Tony Romo did in 9 years, won just as many, if not more, playoff games than he did in those 9 years. I believe in my heart that if I were Tony Romo, I would have a new contract. If I were if I was Dak Prescott, I believe with all my heart that he would have had a new contract. If it were Tony Romo in the same situation, he would have been signed by the Dallas Cowboys. So all of those things taken into consideration, along with the fact that the brand of the Cowboys being what it is and the pressure that comes with it, playing for Jerry Jones, representing that star and what have you, to be a virtual umbilical cord to Jerry Jones in terms of what the organization is looking for from a leadership standpoint and beyond, Dak Prescott has been pretty damn close to perfection. And yet still he finds himself having to play 1 year at a time because the Dallas Cowboys can't reach an accord on a long-term commitment for somebody whose behavior, whose professionalism, and whose results have proven he's worthy of that. You damn right I would have an attitude with Jerry Jones and the Cowboys under those situations.
No, Dak shouldn't have animosity toward the Cowboys. Let me tell you where animosity should go. Fans should have animosity toward the Cowboys because the Cowboys could have struck a much more team-friendly deal a year or two ago instead of milking Dak at that $2 million a year until now, when Dak has demands that make him irrationally paid as though he's the best or second-best quarterback in football when he's not. This idea that the next man up who's good enough to be a franchise quarterback, that guy should reset the market constantly is folly. Look at Carson Wentz. He had an overrated season last year. I think he's very talented, but he had an overrated season, was not able to overcome a lot of the stuff that the Eagles needed him to overcome. Yes, they got to the playoffs in the weakest division ever. By the way, Dak was in that division. His team was less banged up than Carson Wentz, and he couldn't get his team to the playoffs. This is the guy we're talking about getting paid right now. Jared Goff, same thing. He was great through two-thirds of a season, and since then he's been okay without Todd Gurley. Not so great, right? Well, Jared Goff got guaranteed $110 million. Wentz, $108 million almost. Dak is being offered $105 million guarantee. It's right in line with those two, who, by the way, were overpaid and as a result have hampered their team's chances to win going forward, I believe, certainly in the recent past, in the last season. And so at $33 million per year and $105 million guaranteed, Dak's going to be mad at the Cowboys. He turned down the money. He should be mad at Patrick Mahomes, who's twice as good as he or anyone else really is, and only got $140 million guaranteed. And he was supposed to smash the market. And not really. That was kind of a team-friendly deal. You know, if the fans want to be mad at the Cowboys for waiting, if Dak wants to be mad at Mahomes or maybe Wentz or Goff for not performing better once they got their money and showing, oh, no, it's good to pay that level quarterback, fine. But why should Dak be mad at the Cowboys? He's the one turning down a kind of inline market deal right now because he thinks he could do even better. I won't be mad at the Cowboys for that.
When you started out, Max, I thought you were going to take us to a place where I can understand your argument and actually agree with certain parts of it, because I do agree that this thing that every time you're up, you're supposed to set the market is folly. I would always say, I remember when Joe Flacco got his deal, I was like, when is the team going to step up and say, you know what? You ain't better than all the rest of these dudes. But no team does it. And so if you are Dak Prescott and you're looking just in your conference at Carson Wentz, when you say all those things about Carson Wentz, he still got his money, though. So why is Dak Prescott supposed to be asking questions like, well, why did Carson Wentz not play well? Why did Patrick Mahomes take a team-friendly deal? No, the question is, why does history have to change? Why does history have to change with me? Why does history say that I have to be the guy to take 105 when I've outplayed the guy that got 110? Because that's how negotiations work. The agent sits in front of the owner of the team or the GM of the team. In this situation, it's the same person, and they say, look, Carson Wentz got 110 million. And the way that this thing works every single year is if our guy has outperformed that guy, and those two guys came in the same draft, one was drafted number 2, one was drafted in the 4th round, our guy should get more money. Because this is how the market works. This is how the market has always worked. So Dak Prescott doesn't have to come in and be so self-aware that he goes, but for me, it can work differently. For me, I should put ego aside, and I've been a 4th round draft pick, and I've gotten money already. I get to play for Dallas Cowboys. I should take less. That's not how it's worked. His play has proven that he should at least get that much. His leadership has proven that he should get at least that much. And the way the market works has proven that he should get that much. And now when Jerry Jones gets up and he talks about we shouldn't talk about generational money at this time, is this time the salary cap maybe going down? Or is this time the fact that we're in a pandemic and as a society and as a country, we are struggling? Because he didn't think about that when he was drafting from his yacht while everyone else was going through what they were going through, which is the reason we had to watch a virtual draft. So Jerry Jones, to me, is full of it. And Dak Prescott can't have animosity. But just as Dak Prescott has done for the last 4 years, he has told the company line of the Dallas Cowboys. You can go back to 2017, where as a black quarterback, he spoke up against Colin Kaepernick and the protests because that's what Jerry Jones mandated they must do. You can even get to now where he's handling this situation with grace and with class because that's what a leader does and the face of the Dallas Cowboy does.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.